What's up, guys? So I felt inspired to make this video today. I'm going to start by reading a quote from George Foreman. Before he made grills, he was a boxer in the 70s. So when I was a boxer in the 1970s, I was hit in the face by Joe Frazier, knocked out by Muhammad Ali, and knocked down by a couple times by Ron Lyle before I got up and won. All of the fights had one thing in common. When they were over, I would hardly remember the pain. I forgot my weak knees, the cuts, the blood in my eyes. If not for the films of my fights, I would have put them totally out of my mind. It's the same when you hit rough times. Don't let the pain and disappointment lodge inside. George Foreman. So I'm going to follow that up with my own story. When I was a soccer goalkeeper in college, I played for Rhode Island College. We had a game in Connecticut. So we drove like an hour and a half away, practiced all week, getting ready for this game, drove an hour and a half away. I started that game. I kept a shutout until double overtime. Shutout meaning, if you're not familiar, no, I didn't let any goals in. It went to double overtime. There was a kid that I don't know if he was trying to cross or actually take a shot on net, but it was coming over my head and it was going to just dip inside the bar. And I was backpedaling, and I had a decision to make: either tip it over the bar or maybe I could catch it and not give up the corner kick. From the time that he kicked it to the time that I caught it, it was like 4 seconds. You don't have much time to make these decisions. Anyway, I decided to catch it, caught it, fell into the back of the net. They scored, game over. We lost. I fucked up. Um, all that time in preparation, and I let my team down, made a really big mistake. Now, when you make those mistakes as a goalkeeper, people get upset. A lot of people don't get there's a lot of pressure on you when you're a goalkeeper, and so people on my team like couldn't look at me. The coaches kind of understand, but you can kind of sense the disappointment in the coaches too. It was a big mistake. There were drunk college kids in the fans. I mean, in the stands, like yelling insults at me. Um, but what I'm going to try to say, and what I think George Foreman was trying to say, is that in and you can apply this to life too. It's a sports analogy, but I think you can learn a lot of things from. I've learned a lot of things from playing sports. When you make a mistake like this, you can't. And I felt, I was upset at myself. I was sad. I was pissed. But when you make mistakes like these, you can't focus on those negative emotions. Um, it's going to be hard at first, but the people, some of those kids that I was talking about, they yelled like, "Hey, thanks a lot, goalkeeper. Thanks for winning us the game," like something like that. Um, and you can tell like people, you try to talk to your teammates, they're upset. Shut that stuff out. And obviously, like most of you guys probably aren't playing a sport with high pressure, but like you make a mistake in life and you let somebody down. Or maybe you let yourself down. Maybe like you did something and nobody's pissed at you, but you're pissed at yourself. Don't dwell on those negative emotions. Remember the mistake. You have to remember the mistake so you can learn from them. And that's what I think George Foreman was talking about. He had to go back and watch the videos so that he could learn what he did wrong and try to fix it. But just in his everyday life, he wasn't dwelling on like how he felt. You have to shut out emotion and replace that with logic. What did I do? How can I fix it? So, what did I do for my situation? If I ever had a shred of doubt, tip it over the bar. Maybe I could have caught it and stayed in front of the line, but it's too easy of a mistake to make. So, every time I had a situation, a shot, or a cross like that, I didn't hesitate. I tipped it over the bar because I didn't want to repeat that mistake. That's a simple example, but I'm using it to try to illustrate. Um, we're all going to fuck up. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to let people down. It's hard to keep those emotions at bay, but if you can practice and get better at doing that, then I think it'll be much easier for you to take negative, traumatic, stressful shitty situations and turn them into something positive. So, little morning motivation for you. I'll catch you guys on the next one.